Hey everybody, it's 10 o'clock, it's Sunday night, and it's the Tom and Minnie Show. Yay, Daddy! There's Minnie. Hi, everybody. Let's see if she'll go to sleep on Daddy's neck tonight. She's had a big day. She's playing with the big dogs all day, and she got a caller. She found out how to get through the fence to visit the neighbor dogs. And so she doesn't listen yet to when I call her, and so I'm gonna have to put up chicken wire and do something. She was an escape artist when I got her. I knew this, and she has. And all I could find to fit her was a cat collar that was blue at the dollar store. So she's had a big day, and she's ready to take a nap. So there you go. So what else we got going on here? Well, I was on the road the other day. And I saw this bumper sticker. It was a girl driving, and she had Texas license plate. And I thought, those Texas girls are all right. As if you're going to ride my ass, at least pull my hair. I couldn't help but take a picture of that. Oh, and thank you. People are sharing the video. Appreciate that. Let me refresh the crazy Facebook browser here and see who we got coming on here. Let's see. Nobody yet. I mean, I can't refresh the darn thing yet. Let's see. There we are. Alan, hey, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, put your name in there. Anyway, that's a Texas girl. Every time I lean forward, Minnie drops down my back a little bit, so I'm like squishing her as she's sleeping. She doesn't seem to mind. I guess it's warm back there. Well, this was Wild Webinar Weekend. I hope a lot of you took advantage of all the webinars we did. I think I'm going to write a book on webinar success because it's really been a good thing for me. So 12 people shared already. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. And don't forget to just throw a comment in there, say hello, tell us where you're from, and put your website in there. We'll give you a shout out. Then, you know, so I was behind that truck with the bumper sticker, and I thought, you know, I was thinking about getting my site, my truck painted. So I painted it camouflage because I'm kind of into hunting now. So show you that. There you go. Pretty good job, huh? I don't really know who to attribute this photo to, but I think it is brilliant. So that's my new camouflage truck. I know if you want one, you know, in fact, you know, I was thinking about going in this business. So if you, you know, give me, I don't know, $5,000, I'll paint your truck for you. Oh boy. So this week I am officially a godfather. No horse heads involved, but because of a scheduling problem, I and my little friend had to babysit today. So here I am with my new goddaughter, Ileana. Nobody can get her name right. And look at her on her face when she sees me stealing her bottle. It's the first time I met her, actually. So, so her sister, Abby, and I were babysitting while her mother and father were out selling a protection dog for us. So I thought, you know what? I'll watch a baby for my commission. I don't mind. Now, I personally have never held a baby that's less than a year old. I got a rule in my life. I don't hold them until they're 5 years old. Now, that doesn't mean I wouldn't save them from disaster, but But if it's an elective hold, I wait till they're 1 year old so they don't break as easily. All right, that's my deal. And apparently she pooped herself, and I didn't notice. I mean, as clean as I keep it around here, it smelled better maybe. But there she is. I think she's 4 weeks old. So 4 weeks old. Wow, a lot of stuff ahead of her. Oh, well, here's some other stuff. I paid for some consultation to make sure I didn't blow myself up wiring my trailer. So there's a lot of heavy-duty wiring in there that I could do while I was sitting down because I was a little still nursing that injury. But so that's trailer coming along. No smoke coming out. Of course, nothing has been hooked to an actual electricity yet. So that's that's really the standard you go by when you have wiring. Does it burn you up or blow up? Let's see. Let me refresh this page again over here. See what we got going. And yeah, make sure you say, "Hey." there's Stefan. Eleanor. That's right. Eleanor. Oh, I'm just going to start. Yeah, Ellie is good. That's what I'm going to use. Let's see. Huge newsletter for Alan going out very soon on active shooter topic. Again, today's shooting. I think 26 people dead in a church. Crazy. But yeah, her dad just popped in. Call her Ellie. That's what I'm going to call my little goddaughter, is Ellie. So there we go. What's this other picture? Oh, I got all my pictures in. All right. Well, our fake sponsor tonight is the makers of dry firing cards. This is dryfiringcards.com. And you say, well, what is dry firing? I mean, naturally fire is dry. If it was wet, it wouldn't be fire, would it? It'd be out. But dry firing is practicing shooting without using ammo to get your trigger control, your breath control, your muscle memory all done. So that's our fake sponsor. They're not sponsoring us tonight, or they never have in the past. There's always a possibility. You know, there's always that possibility. One of these fake sponsors is going to say, oh my God, what a great show. We should sponsor that show. We don't care if there's only 3 listeners. You know, we should be on that. That guy's amazing. So I'll let you know if that happens. So Dry Firing Cards is our fake sponsor. Let's see what we got coming up. We got mailbag stuff. We got news today. The saga has slowed down. But hey, I am getting a big check I want to tell you about. And this is going to be the first ever musical news section. In the news section, there's going to be a musical interlude you don't want to miss. Hey, Roberto, how you doing, man? Just boarded the plane home. Well, where were you? 4 speaking gigs this week. Oh, boy, sounds like the old me. Good for you, man. Love the speaking ebook. Oh, love the speaking ebook. Good for you, man. And thank Walt. Thank Walt. I'll get back to it later. Okay. So in the scams, I'll help you get into business. How about that? Brutal self-defense, Airhead B&B is what all I can say. Internet section, get big companies to give you an advertising plan for free, and they can't stop you. They can't help it. They have to do it. And the speaking tip, let's talk about custom video. In the A-hole of the week, let's go snooping around. Won't have to go far. And in the hero of the week, take a stand. Selfie announcement, Selfie Stupidity's up and running, so please go there and log in. And weight loss. Hey, I still got guns, even though I'm, I'm skinnier. 99 pounds down, same as last week. That elusive C note is waiting for me. I'm going to probably, if it's like the past, I'm going to blow through that 3 or 4 pounds into the C notes. And that's 44th week, 1.25 pounds per week. Still never hungry, no cravings, doing great. Feel good. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. I haven't mentioned this a while. I want you to go to, not now, but Antion.com/notify. And that's where you can sign up for my desktop notifications. Now, I don't do it very often. I do it maybe once a week. I should be using it more to alert stuff during the week, but I kind of forget about it because it's so different from my usual announcement stuff on email. Yeah, Walt is with Mom this week. Walt is just a fantastic German Shepherd that Roberto and Warren have nurtured, and just beautiful. Yeah, Roberto says, yes, I'm singing. You'll be on a plane. Don't worry about it. In fact, it's plane related. It is airplane related. It absolutely is. So anyway, go to Antion.com/notify and sign up for the notifiers so you'll know when stuff's happening. Okay, let's go to the mailbag. Again, several people said, I want to win your trip. You got to sign up if you want to win the trip to the retreat center. It's simple as that, plus $500 in cash. Just send an email to me and I'll send you a special link. You can sign up. It costs nothing, no purchase necessary, and you get $500 in cash, and you can win more chances to beat everybody else by referring it. So, yeah, even though you refer it, anybody that signs up gives you 20 more chances to win. So, hey, that's a pretty good trade-off. All right, mailbag. Abby wants to know, what's the fastest way to write a book? Well, first of all, Abby, I'm not in favor of the premise. I mean, fast is good. I like fast, but I'd rather see it say, like, what's the fastest way to write a quality book? That is more in line with the way I do things, because there's so many of these people talking you into being an author with a garbage book. It's just garbage. Some of them are this thin printed, okay? They're garbage. And you would get laughed. I mean, it would be so embarrassing for you to claim, oh, I'm an author, or I'm a best-selling author. I sold one in a category of Amazon that nobody else was in, and I'm a bestseller now. No bullshit. You're just a bullshitter, and you learn from bullshitters is what you are. But anyway, sorry I digress, Abby. I'm not ragging on you. But the way I do it, I'll just tell you the way I do it, is that I think about what I'm going to, the title of the book, that's really important. And then I use a recorder. I used to use a mini tape recorder, then I went to a digital recorder, and then I just use my cell phone now. It's got a little recording app on it. And what I do is think about the topic for a couple weeks as I'm doing other things, and every time I think of something that should go in the book, I just make a quick note to myself. I don't dictate like a lawyer. I just make a note to remind me what that thing was that goes in the book, and then when I sit down, I get the reminder, and then I write it out, whatever it is, and put it in the book. Now, you can outsource to people, too, if you're not a good writer, but you still got to give them something to work with. At least a title and a topic. They can research it. You can outsource all of that stuff. So that's the fastest way. If it was me, I'm a pretty good writer, so I just jam it out myself. And I might have, if it's a printed book, I might have it edited. If it's an ebook, I don't, because anything that I find that's wrong, I can change easily in an ebook. All right. Anyway, I do a recording. That's it. Pete says, I used the Zygarnik technique in my newsletter. That's something I teach. In the subject line for a solo ad and got way more unsubscribes than usual. What's up with that? Well, Pete, I'm not sure exactly what you emailed out, but there is, you know, so I don't really know. I wish you'd have sent me a copy of the email you're talking about with the subject line. And I don't even know what your subject line was. But I'll tell you, when you get the most unsubscribes is when you have a disconnect between the subject line and what's in there. An outrageous example is Britney Spears sex tape, and then you're selling a widget inside. It's a disconnect. You lied to the people to get them to clickbait, and then you didn't give them what you promised them. So if you did that, there's your answer. That's what happened. Other than that, if you want to send me the actual email and a little history of the list and the subject line, I'll be glad to comment on. Let's see. Barry says, are you still selling on eBay? Well, I backed off on eBay a little bit because eBay forces you to do physical products. And Jennifer, my bookkeeper and right-hand person at the school, and just does so much great things for me, just getting bowled over. So, and she was in charge of running the product room and making sure we have CDs available and all that. So I backed off a little bit because we love eBay for lead generation, but the profit margin is nil or losing money because the stuff is sold cheap. So I have backed off. But I had all these other enormous resources. So I still, if you're starting out, eBay is great for lead generation and cash flow. So I would still do it if that's the situation you're in. I personally have backed off some just to because it's a super low profit part of the operation, and lead generation is a long term, and I can do it fast in other ways. So, but I still promote it. It's still a good thing. All right, let's go to the news. Well, the epidemic has slowed down, so nothing to report there. Those of you that have been around know what I'm talking about. Let me see. Hey, there's Warren. Yeah. I wanted to thank Warren for sending me. I lost my login for something, even though I used RoboForm and stuff. I don't know, it didn't work. Let's see who we got here. Let's see. That's all the new ones. I never see. So don't feel bad, folks, if you comment and I don't respond, because I may never have seen it. And we have multiple channels going. So if you happen to be watching on anything but facebook.com/Antion, I won't see it at all until way later, till I go to one of those pages. So just want you to know that. All right, the big news today. I'm getting a check, I hope you're sitting down, for $1.35 million. $1.35 million. And let me tell you what it's for. I decided, and I was chosen, to help out a foreign student. The subject line of the email that told this to me said, reply me quickly. And man, I'm excited about helping a foreign person out. My name is Beatrice Madhu. I'm 20 years old. I'm the only daughter of the late Mr. Madhu. I swear to God. In Burkina Faso, I'm contacting you to help me relocate to your country, to continue my education in your country. Before my father died, he deposited the sum of $4.5 million. That's all it says. There's no dollar sign, 4.5 million, in a bank here, and he advised me before he died to look for a faithful, how could she not pick me as a faithful person and reliable? I'm totally reliable. You know I'm here every Sunday night. That's reliability. Who can help receive the funds in outside country and help me to relocate over there to continue my education. Now, I hope you're capable to receive the $4.5 million. Now, I did some research on this. She never said it was U.S. dollars, right? So it could be Zimbabwe money, which is the current exchange rate. I don't mean to rag on the desperate people, all right? No, but this is pretty wild. The Zimbabwe exchange rate to the dollar is 1 to 35 quadrillion, whatever Zimbabwe money. So maybe she's sending Zimbabwe money, and she's sending it with trust. All right. I will like to travel to your country immediately. The bank wire the funds to your account. You will take 30% of the total, 1.35 million, for your good and kind assistance to me. I will send you the full details concerning the funds immediately I hear from you. So, man, I'm excited about this. Oh, boy, what I'm going to do with that money. Woo-hoo. All right, I'll report back on how it went. Well, this sort of mess make you feel bad. Harvey Weinstein should have run for Congress, I think, because the Washington Post just reported there's a law in place since 1995. Well, that was around Clinton's time, wasn't it? This is real. And it says anybody accusing a member of Congress of sexual harassment can file a lawsuit. All right, great. That's fair, right? But they must first agree, this is on the books, folks, to go through counseling and mediation, possibly lasting several months before they can file the lawsuit. The victim has to go through counseling and mediation before they can file the lawsuit. Now, if there's a settlement, guess who pays for it? You do. There's a tax fund sitting there, so the lawmaker doesn't have to pay for it either. They don't have to. The article said the taxpayers are subsidizing boorish and even criminal behavior to protect the reputations of our great leaders, who can't be bothered with the standards they set for the little people they're supposed to serve. That's true. Check it out. So you're paying for all their indiscretions. Wow, wow, wow. All right, let me go back here and refresh. Nothing new. Okay, so a guy used 100 giant helium balloons to fly 15 miles in a lawn chair. And he's not the only one that's done it. A guy named Tom, that was Tom Morgan, and he's raised millions for charity doing crazy things like this. He's got a charity called the Adventurists. So good for him. But he's not the only one. A guy named Kent Couch, which is kind of interesting, flew a chair 193 miles on balloons. And Larry Walters went up to 15,000 feet. Now, you need oxygen above 10,000 feet, folks. In Southern California, and inspired the movie Danny Deck Chair. So, good for those guys. Let's see. Well, Porterville, California is a progressive community, except they're really tight on business. Not the best place to start a business. A little girl named, what is her name? I think they kept her name out of the article. A 5-year-old girl wanted to raise money to buy herself a bike. And the parents were all for it, helped her and trying to teach her, you know, working and doing stuff for what you want. Beautiful, right? Well, the mother took the girl raised enough money, bought herself a bike, went to the store herself, got her little purse out and paid for it. It's just beautiful, right? So the mom puts a picture of this on Facebook. 4 months later, gets a letter from, let's see, Porterville, California Finance Department with an image of her Facebook post citing there for doing business without a license and ordered the mom to pay for a business license. So Porterville, you're a bunch of assholes. There you go. California, right? Okay. Oh, well, Finnair, if anybody going home for Thanksgiving on Finnair, I don't know, is requiring, well, they're not requiring. They're asking you to weigh yourself before you get on the plane. And they're not the first airline that's done this, and I'm a pilot, so I kind of understand weight and balance, and knowing that the 170-pound average they use for a human is, you know, I don't know, I think that's very accurate when I see the people get on planes, including myself. But anyway, if you're going on Finnair, you know, it's your option to get weighed. Now, last week, I think it was last week, I reported on a way to get away, you know, get rid of your roommate in college, right? And the girl had put toilet water in the girl's drinking water and made her sick, right? So, not to be outdone, and I'm not making this up, a college student put body fluids. In other words, she took used tampons and rubbed it all over her roommate's belongings to get rid of her. Well, apparently that went over the line, over the line. Not only is it a crime because of other things, it was a hate crime. This girl is in serious doo-doo, and deservedly so. So I don't know what her name was. Well, if you send your kids to Ohio University, you should be proud of them because they have the world's record now for the most number of people dressed in penguin costumes. So, you know, your tuition money is going for good stuff. I'm telling you, folks. That's why you should never, you know, get a school like my school that you got a real skill and you don't have any fluff. You should go and dress like penguins, all right, for $20, $40, $30, $50,000 a year plus expenses plus living and all that. No, don't join my school. Be a penguin. Well, you know, there's a special bond between a grandmother and a grandchild. You know, it's just something, it's just almost indescribable, right? That might be why this grandmother snuck into the high school and scattered naked pictures of her grandson's ex all over the school grounds. I'm not making this up. 60-year-old grandmother got, you know, kind of snuck. You have to be buzzed into school. She snuck in with some of the students and started scattering naked pictures around. What possessed this? I don't know. I don't think I want to know. All right, now this is, we're coming to the musical portion. I hope you're all ready. Let me refresh here, give people a chance to leave if they, or mute their thing here. Let's see, we got, oh man, this is crazy. I wish they'd fix this. Yeah, nothing new there. All right, so anyway, this is also flying related. Roberto, if you're still listening, if you're boarding the plane, this was so daring and so provocative, I thought it deserved to be set to music. What happened is on a Delta flight, this is just, I think last week or week before, two strangers sitting next to each other apparently decided to have sex. Not go to the bathroom and hide or try to do something like that, just right there. All right, so I thought this deserves a song. So let me get ready here for you. So I think you'll recognize the tune, maybe not the words. All right, so this is a tribute. This is a tribute song is what it is to these people. And wonder if she's going to wake up or start howling. To these two people on this Delta flight. Here we go. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wondering in the night, what were the chances we'd be sharing love in seat 10C. Something in your eyes was so inviting. Something between your thighs was so exciting. Something in my pants told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, Two lonely people, we were strangers in the night, up to the moment when the captain was alerted. We were so perverted, and jail was just a jump away, a warm embracing hump away. I really amused myself. And ever since that night, we've been together. Handcuffs were our plight. In love forever, it turned out so wrong for strangers in this song. So that's your musical interlude because of the Delta flight. Good luck to them. I hope they really last a long time. Oh, people were leaving in droves after that. Let me refresh here. I refresh and it's just the same screen over and over and over again. All right, let's go to the scam bag where we find the scumbags. This is a business license scam. There's companies preying on people that have shown interest in starting a business and telling them they can secure their business license and get all the paperwork and everything done for them. Total scam. You contact reputable sources for that, or just go down to the courthouse. They'll help you for free, and $15 or whatever it is in your community, and you got a business license. I mean, there's no big hoops to jump through. All right, you might have to have a commercial checking account rather than a home checking account, but in some places, no, you don't. So don't fall for that. All right, self-defense tip. Couple things going on here. First of all, we just had a shooting in a church today. Last week we had a Colorado Walmart shooting where 3 dead. I'm telling I'm just going to keep harping on it. I know people are not as into this as me. Many of you haven't seen the things I've seen, and I haven't seen the worst, like a guy from the war or something, all right, of really death and destruction. But when I had that nightclub, I saw a lot of bad things, and I was involved in a lot of bad things. Saw the dregs of society and how they act and what they care about, what they don't care about. And what they don't care about is you or your safety. And this boils down to, again, some of those people would be alive if they were aware when they're out in public. If they were aware, if they see people that look weird, I guarantee you that person wasn't just all smiles and then hurry up and pull the gun and start shooting people. Probably came in with a certain look. I can't say for sure, but I'll tell you what, if you were watching their hands and you saw somebody make a move like they're drawing for a gun, you could have run. You could, in Walmart, there's plenty of places to run and hide. They wouldn't even see you. To jump under a clothing rack or this or that, hey, it could happen to me. I could get capped somewhere if I got really interested in looking at something and somebody walked up and started shooting. Yeah, I could get it. I'm just saying, you reduce your chances if you're aware and you watch people's hands. Now, you really want to watch more than their hands, because if they're not reaching for the gun yet, you want to see, do they look weird? Do they have weird expressions? Do they look like they're mad? I mean, on a mission, are they throwing, are they giving off anything weird? Then they're just a typical shopper. All right. And there's a lot of body language. I have it in my brutal self-defense course of things to watch for. All right. But you got to watch their face, but you got to watch their hands, because that's what's going to hurt you, is their hands. They're not going to pull a gun out with their foot. All right. Now, next thing is I called this section Airhead B&B. I don't know what is wrong with this world that people would go and sleep in strangers' homes. I mean, a 36-year-old guy, rented a room in Melbourne, Australia through Airbnb, and he got raped by the guys living there and murdered. I mean, it's crazy enough to think they wouldn't have hidden cameras in some of these places. But people are just so thrilled and think everybody's so sweet and nice, and maybe the bulk of them are, but do you want to play roulette with your life? Do you want you taking a shower, being all over the dark internet, and you getting harassed, and because they think you're a slut or something? Yeah, I mean, you're just crazy to go in some stranger's home and sleep there and think that nothing can happen. Can you trust the locks? Who knows who has keys? You can't trust anything in that situation. So people that use Airbnb, I can't understand how anybody would be so naive to do such a thing. Yeah, I see it's attractive, the idea of it, and it's romantic in the idea of it, but safety-wise, it's just stupid, all right? All right, and this is a little late for this, but if you still got kids' candy around, a meth packet was found in a Wisconsin trick-or-treater's bag. So hopefully you're checking the kids' candy. I know I'm a little late on this, but it was only 4 or 5 days ago. So there could be still candy left. Maybe you should give it a second look at. How about that? Let's see what we got next here. Internet tip. Surveying your big competitors and get their advertising plans. Here's the idea. Is if you go to the biggest competitor, or several of the biggest competitors that, I'm just thinking, boy, she must be tired. She hasn't moved. She's a good girl tonight. You were bad last time and you had to get put in your crate, right? She says, I'm sleeping, Daddy, shut up. So go to your biggest competitors and get a fake email address if it's somebody that would know you. But if it's a big company, I mean, some big company that sells what you sell, go through their process. Sign up for their email list. Visit their website. Put a product in the cart, but don't buy it. What you'll see is their follow-up sequence to keep selling you. You'll start seeing them show up on Facebook and all kinds of websites that you visit on stuff that you looked at. Well, take a screen shot of the ad so you can see what it was. Jot down where you saw it and when you saw it, how many times you saw it. You'll have their complete marketing plan. They can't hide it from you. See? I mean, at least their follow-up plan with a visitor to their website. So you don't want to buy the product right off the bat, because then you wouldn't see their follow-up sequence for people that didn't buy. And that's what, is important or more important than, well, it's not more important, because the people that buy from you are the most likely to buy again. So you don't want to ignore them. But if you want to see the people that didn't buy and see what they're doing to get them to buy. And you go through that for a week or so, and then if you can afford it, you go ahead and buy the product. And then you see their upsell sequences. So they give you everything. All right, so that's your internet tip. Okay, let's go to a speaking tip. So a really interesting thing to do is you can do this either as custom for a particular audience, or custom or just something that's supports your topic. Let's say you were a customer service speaker. Well, you could go to on a live video with a selfie stick, or even take somebody to film you, and show examples of customer service that you like or that you don't like, and you play it from the stage. And so if it's custom, you might let's say you're talking to XYZ Group. You say, hey, everybody at XYZ Group, I thought I'd do some stuff out in the field for you for our presentation. So, where you going? And so you're on stage, but your video is talking to the audience for you. All right, it's a very cool technique. Now, if it's if you want it to last for more than that audience, then you would not use their name. You just say, hey, everybody, hey, I thought I'd give you some good pointers on customer service, the stuff I like and I don't like. Hey, take a look over here. and then blah, blah, blah. So you're talking to the audience, but you didn't name the specific group, and then you can use that video over and over and over again, as long as you look relatively the same. All right, that's your speaking tip. A-hole of the week. Snoop Dogg, an old, over-the-hill rapper that is trying to stay relevant, just put a photo album out, or an album, where he's got Trump in a corpse in a morgue with a toe tag on. Oh, I'll tell you what. You know, I wish a lot of times things would happen to people what they wish on somebody else. I think that would be beautiful karma. All right? I'm not saying I hope Snoop Dogg gets killed. Would it bother me? Not a bit. All right? But yeah, that's just, I mean, it's bad. It's bad to think that about any human being, let alone pick our president and pull that kind of shit just for, you know, for notoriety. And I'm using the term notoriety, being known for something bad. That's what I used to say, you know, I've gained a lot of notoriety thinking it was a good term, but I got smarter and say that's being known for something bad. All right, so no, I don't want that. So Snoop Dogg's an asshole, and I don't care what he says, the little shrimp, I tear him to pieces just for fun and teach him a lesson. But these assholes don't learn lessons is the problem. All right. Stand up. That's what I say. I use that as a tease for this section. For our hero, stand up for Commander John Wells, who was supposed to, and this stand up has a double meaning here, was supposed to receive an award. He's a disabled Navy veteran, and he was supposed to receive an award from the New Orleans Saints, and he says, you know what? I mean, he said it very nicely, but he said, screw you. I'm not accepting an award from a bunch of assholes that don't, you know, stand up for the national anthem and don't respect our flag and our country. So fuck you. But I mean, he didn't say that. All right, I'm not putting words in the commander's mouth. I'm just saying what I would say if I was him, or maybe he's thinking. But he refused this massive, great award in front of the whole stadium. Said, forget it. I'm not going to a place that doesn't. A bunch of assholes, a bunch of, you know, overpaid pieces of shit, basically laying on the ground instead of standing up. So good for you, John. Commander, salute to Commander Wells. Good boy, good man. All right, well, that's our show for tonight. You see you know, Minnie really enjoyed it. So she's got her new little boy collar, cat collar on, because now I got to put chicken wire on the fence so she can't sneak through. And she's going to start her training this week. So she's going to learn to come when called. She's going to learn to sit. She can stand up on her hind legs pretty good too. Maybe we'll get her to dance a little bit. So she's a good girl. Abby and Rubik's are here. They're tolerating her. And we've come to an equilibrium, so I don't have to worry about either one of them killing her. But they have their moments, but they're coming together like a little doggy family, which is a pack, they call that. So anyway, I've been not saying this for a while, but stay home if you can. I love it here at my home. It's beautiful. Stay safe and make some money when you can do it. See you later. All right, you're going to fall down, Minnie. She's going to fall down. I got to turn it off, Minnie.